Hello everyone, how are you today? It's Kay. So this is a recorded video. This is recorded on the 19th of August 2022 on Friday. And this is a video series. The theme in August is about my strategy, KTS, K's trading strategy. And today I will show you how I enter trades, the entry, timings, and confirmations. So I hope you enjoy the video until the end and learn something new from today's video. So let me switch screen. So this is the theme in August actually, as I said before. So in August, I'm actually doing some videos, the video series about my own strategy, which is called KTS. So today's video is about entry timing. So every week, Tuesday and Friday, I do these videos. I started to do these videos from August this year. And every month, I cover different topics. And today is about this topic. So let me start. So before starting here, as a quick disclaimer, as usual, the contents and also what I say on my YouTube channel is basically for educational purposes only. So when you take trades, please do at your own risks. And also, if you can please follow the rules and guidelines on the chat, that would be great. Also, there are so many scams and fake accounts in social media of mine, so please be careful. Okay, so let me switch to PowerPoint slide. So here is a lecture schedule. Since the 5th of August, I have covered these 4 topics. And today's topic is again about entry strategy. And about the entry strategy, I get many questions on the email, also comments on YouTube. So hopefully you get the basic understanding of my entry strategy in this video. Because once you get this idea of my entry strategy, then you will be more understanding deeply about my future explanations of my entry timings in the future markets. So again, just to remind, just to make sure you get this concept right. So I divide these 6 time frames into 3 categories, and one is the big time frame or higher time frame. This is about the major trend direction. So once I capture either daily or the 4-hour time frame is trending, then I go down to either 1 hour or 30 to confirm it. And once I can confirm the trend, then I go down to M5 or M15 to look for an entry timing. Okay, so and I do this by ichimoku kinko hyo. So basically, I use from daily time frame down to 30-minute time frame, I use ichimoku kinko hyo to capture the direction by kumo and kijun sen mainly. And as for the entry timings, I don't use ichimoku actually. I use other indicators and lines and price actions and so on. So I use different strategy besides ichimoku, because ichimoku is a bit lagging on these lower time frames. I was using a part of ichimoku strategies like kumo breakout or chikou span breakout for the lower time frames. If you follow me a couple of years ago, I was using these strategies also, but I decided not to because they gave me some fake signals, fake entry confirmation. So I decided not to use ichimoku anymore on the lower time frames. So as for the entry timing, I use these tools. So that's here. Oh, by the way, this PDF you can download for free. You can click on the below description, look for the KTS webpage, and you can download this PDF for free. So today's, I wanted to cover all these. I can't cover every single trading edges one by one on this video today, but you can find some of my entry timings on the previous videos, and I will also show you where you can find these videos. But just to clarify, so I use the price action, which is from Sakata Goho. Sakata Goho is the one of the original candlestick price action analysis in Japan. So basically, I use Sakata Goho price action. So I use head and shoulders, double top, double bottom pin bar, engulfing inside and outside bar break, and doji break. So basically, I use these price actions to whether enter the market or not in the 5 minute. And also, I use the lines. I use support, resistance line, a trend line, counter trend line, and Tokyo box breakout. And also, I use the Bollinger Bands. I use Bollinger Band squeeze or expansion. So I use these. I use the Bollinger Bands, two Bollinger Bands. The settings are period 20 with deviation 1 and 2. But let me show this one on the trading view. So let's see. So here is the trading view. And so I use two bands. These are the Bollinger Bands. And as you can see up here, I use two Bollinger Bands. So one, I use the length 20, the period 20, and deviation 1. And the other Bollinger Bands, I use the same period 20 and deviation 2. So so that I can see two bands in the chart. So that's my Bollinger Band setting that I use also. So I use squeeze and expansion. And then stochastics. I also use stochastic settings percent K 30, percent D10, and throwing 10. And that is my setting. So if you can come down here, you can see stochastics indicator down here. And this is my setting here. Percent K30, percent D10, and slowing 10. So that's my setting on the stochastics. And I only use stochastics and Bollinger Bands on the lower time frames. I don't use them in 30 or above time frames. I only use ichimoku kinko hyo for higher time frames and entry timings on the lower time frames by the Bollinger Bands and stochastics and other confirmations. Yeah, and also I use the Fibonacci retracement and expansion. So basically, I use all these tools and combined together and look for the entry confirmation. So when you just hear this idea, you might think it's kind of difficult because it's kind of complex because there are so many tools. You may not know about the Tokyo box break, or you may not familiar with the stochastics or some price actions. But this is actually really simple. So let me show you some of my entries on the live market. So I actually took some trades yesterday and today. So let me show it to you. So yesterday, I took a trade on the pound. Hold on. I think it is, yeah, this one, pound USD. I took sell. So every time I enter the trades, I make sure first to confirm the trend based on higher and the mid time frame. In this particular trade yesterday, I took the H4 trend and H1 trend. So H4 as a higher time frame confirmation, it was downtrending, I took it. And also H1 was downtrending too. So I took these two confirmations by Ichimoku, and then I was looking for the entry chance in the 5 minute. And for the 5 minute confirmation, I was seeing stochastic dead cross, and also band walking, and then engulfing breakout. So basically, I found these three entry confirmations, so I entered the sell. So every time I enter trades in the 5 minute, I take at least three confirmations among these indicators and confirmations. I don't simply pick one or two to trade. I combine 3 confirmations and enter trades. Because I used to use only one confirmation. Let's say when I see double top, and the market goes down, I used to enter the trade just because it broke the support. But sometimes, it just goes backwards and it hit my stop loss. So I was always finding how to avoid these fake signals. And my conclusion was to combine these entry confirmations with other confirmations. That's why I started to take 3 confirmations. And then, I can exactly see how the market goes afterwards. And more importantly, I know where exactly to exit, which I will talk about the exit timing in the future video. But so I take at least 3 confirmations from this list and enter trades. And that's why every time you see my trades, there are 3 confirmations. So again, in this trade yesterday that I took pound USD, I took the stochastics dead cross and band walking and engulfing breakout. So let me show it to you. So here, hold on, let me open original and so that you can see the bigger picture. Okay, so in this screenshot, the red vertical line is where I took the sell. So I took sell here because first I saw dead cross in stochastics. Again, my stochastic setting is 30-10-10, and 30-10-10 dead cross happened here, which was one of my entry confirmations. And also I was seeing the band walking. Band walking happens here when the price is going down along with the deviation 1, 2, that's called the band walking. Well, technically the price was below deviation 2 when I took the trade, but it's okay still. You can still take it as a band walk. So that was my second confirmation, band walking. And also engulfing break. As for the engulfing breakout, there was engulfing break at the top here. I was seeing this is called the inside bar. This is the inside bar breakout. And also, if you look at the past chart, there was also an inside like this way. There was also an inside, and this inside was broken bearish. When I saw this breakout towards major direction, downtrend here, this was the right entry timing. So that's why I took the sell here. This is my sell position. And this is about psychology or the trade mindset. Is that so there was a nice breakout and band walking and stochastic dead cross exactly on this candlestick over here. So you may wonder why I didn't take the sell here, but I took the sell here. And my answer is that I happened to open chart here exactly. And when I opened the chart here, then I saw these 3 confirmations in the past, and I took the sell. I executed the sell here. So I don't usually monitor the chart for a couple of hours during the day. Simply, I open chart 3 times at least per day. Sometimes I open chart 5 times. It depends on my schedule, but usually I open chart 3 times per day, and I screen charts from higher time frames to mid time frames. And when I open the 5-minute, and when I happen to find 3 confirmations, when I open the market, then I take it. So ideally speaking, I think the exact entry confirmation was made exactly on this candlestick. Again, there was a dead cross stochastics band walking, and also this support or engulfing breakout exactly happened on this candlestick. So technically it was here. If I was running a tester, Forex tester, I would be placing sell here. But practically speaking, on the live market, I'm not gonna be there always. So I happened to open chart here and took the sell over here. So that's a little bit of a tip about my trade psychology. So it's like, that's why I say it's like catching a taxi. Like when you are looking for the taxi, and when you go on the street, and if it's not there, then simply come back home and come out on the street a couple of hours later to see if there's a taxi. If there's a taxi, then you catch it. Otherwise, you wait again. And that is my trading style, trading psychology. So anyways, I found 3 confirmations exactly on this candlestick. So I took sell. So again, like this, I don't take sell just because there was a dead cross, or just because there was a band walk, just because there was an engulfing break. I don't take sell. I always look for at least 3 confirmations. If there are more than 3 confirmations, that's okay too. You can take 5 or 6 confirmations from the list over here. But the important part is to not to take one single confirmation for the entries. Yeah, because it was my big mistake. I used to take only dead crosses in stochastics to follow, but it failed actually. I failed, and I was wondering how to avoid these fake signals. Especially in the lower time frames, it gives you so many fake signals, as you may know already, because lower time frames a bit choppy. So I was using only one single confirmation and fail, and that's why I started to take multiple confirmations at the same time. Yeah. Also, I took another trade today, on Friday today. I took the trade on this one. It was on USDJPY. Yeah, so USDJPY buy. I took this trade, entry trend confirmation by the H4 and H1. So on this one, I have the screenshot. So here, this is the screenshot when exactly took the trade. So H4, 4-hour time frame was up. If you can remember my strategy, I do look at the Kumo angle. Senko span B was up, A was up, and Kijun Sen was up also. And if you look at the 1-hour chart, 1-hour time frame, Kumo was up also, and Kijun Sen was up. Tenkan Sen was also pointing up, and Chikou span above candles, both in 1 hour and the 4-hour time frames. So this was a perfect entry timing for me. So I was looking for the entry chance. I saw the 5-minute, and I happened to be at here. Actually, I opened the chart 1 candlestick before. I saw this nice breakout in the 5-minute, and I confirmed the close of this 5-minute candlestick, and on the next candlestick I entered the trade. So that was my entry timing here. So I took the buy here, and I put the stop loss over here. I took the 37.3 pips of stop loss. And as for the entry confirmation, like I mentioned on this Discord, I took this, in this case, I took the band walk. Band walking was happening. Also, there was a Fibonacci bounce, 38.2% bounce was happening here, because I was seeing this bullish wave like this, and I want to see if this bounce was valid or not. And I found this valid because it was a 38.2% bounce. That was my second entry confirmation. And also, counter trend line break. There was a counter trend line. This one, counter trend line breakout was happening, and it became N wave bullish. So I was seeing that it was bullish continuously. So 4 hour was bullish, 1 hour was also bullish. And so M5 should also be bullish like this on the bullish N wave. So that was my expectation. That's why I took the buy here. So it may be traced back, but it may be traced back. But the idea is that as long as the 5-minute goes up continuously on the bullish N wave, you don't exit, because higher time frames are bullish and lower time frames, sometimes they go backwards against your direction, but eventually goes up on the bullish waves. So after the entry, it actually went backwards, but I kept holding and hoping that the market goes up towards my direction on the bullish wave. That was my entry confirmation. So, but like this, the idea is to find 3 confirmations out of the indicators and the price actions and the lines, confirmations like this, and every time I enter trades in this manner. Yeah, I never took the trade based on 1 single confirmation or 2 confirmations. I always look for 3 confirmations every time I enter trades. So that is the idea of my entry strategy, which is a topic for today. So if you would like to know more details about, let's say, Tokyo box breakout, or the counter trend line breakout, the Bollinger Bands, or stochastics, then please come to the web page of the GTS. Actually, you can find the link below the description. You can come to the web page and scroll down all the way. Then you can find some live trades of mine here. So you can watch these videos and see more examples of my entry confirmations and how I confirmed these entry timings. So, and if you wish to learn this strategy of mine, then you're always welcome to join the GTS group. The GTS is Global Trading School, and the next opening starts in December, and it happens every 3 months. So once October class is finished, then the next one open will be the January 2023, and it happens every 3 months. So yeah, you're always welcome to join the GTS if you are interested. And this Discord is actually from the GTS group. In the GTS group, because I teach my strategy here, I share every single trade of mine and also my spreadsheet. So that you can learn based on my analysis and how I took the entries and also exits. So that was the topic for today. So next week on Tuesday, I will talk about the exit strategy, how I exit, in what timings I exit, and how I exit, the mindset of the exit strategy I talk about. So please look forward to that video. And when I see some nicely trending markets and good setups, then I will be taking some live trades in YouTube also. So hopefully you can keep following me and continuously learn from my YouTube channel. So again, thank you for watching until the end. If you liked it, please press the like button, and I will see you in the next one. So until then, please stay healthy and stay safe and stay gold. All right, bye for now. Mata ne. Thanks so much.